share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is here every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m. with the headlines of top stories in our country.
Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Kwefina Nkorishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Topo Village community along the Japanese Highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is here every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m. with the headlines of top stories in our country and the world at large.
A pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us from, and welcome, of course, to Focal Online TV. Welcome to the daily edition of Inside the Queen Media. So this morning, my name is Rekina Karashkwa, and of course, I'm here to bring to you information relating to our country Liberia from our news sources. We have the Daily Observer newspaper in studio, we have the Front Page Africa, we have the Newtown newspaper, and lastly, we have the Hot Pepper newspaper this morning. So I encourage you to stick and stay with me as I bring to you these information that is reliable from our news sources within our country Liberia. So before we begin, let's dive into the headlines from the newspaper here. We have from the Daily Observer newspaper, President Weah issue ban on export of unprocessed natural rubber. President Weah issue ban on export of unprocessed natural rubber. So another one says Supreme Court mandates NEC to conduct recount of one county district number 4 representative election. Supreme Court mandates NEC to conduct recount of one county district number 4 representative election. This is quite interesting this morning. Get yourself a newspaper or better stick and stay with Focal Online TV where we bring to you these informative information. So we move over to the Newtown newspaper headlines. Male DNA found on Shala Musu's remains. Male DNA found on Shala Musu's remains. This is interesting. As we all know, the trending story with former Chief Justice and with her daughter who lived with her in a house that got killed. So this particular story is leading to another stage and it's something important that we get information about so that when we are talking about it, we can actually be factual in our news as well. So Chia challenges US sanction, vows to take advantage of US legal system. This is from Albert Cheer. He challenged the U.S. sanction and he's willing to take advantage of the U.S. legal system. So legally, he's going to war at them for partly what they done to him in terms of the sanction issues. So we have from the front page Africa newspaper here, the U.S. government restricted. The U.S. government has restricted members of our government who are still in power right now, members of the CDC-led government. And some of them will not be having the opportunity to travel anymore to the United States, and that includes their families as well. They are being banned for life from entering the United States. So this is interesting as well. And the Hot Pepper newspaper say Bungoso condemns mob violence calls for a speedy trial in Dede case. Of course, you know Dede is the mother of Chibu Brown, and Chibu Brown having to be the first winner of Big Brother Liberia, and her mother got involved into a serious incident, and she's presently in Accra, Ghana, undergoing treatment. It's our prayer that she'll get well soon, and that God be with Chibu as she go through this tempting moment. So of course, Wungosu is an NGO and they are concerned about the issue of more violence and a call for speedy trial in their case. So this is interesting as well. Just so you know, having NGOs, organizations, being involved in these things give other people the right to understand that Liberia is not just a lane where you do anything. Liberia have a justice system, and Liberia having groups of women or NGOs who speak about these things as well. They are not silent about it. CSNL uncovers Waterspoon influence in witch hunt of Wilma Smith. CSN uncovers Waterspoon influence in witch hunt of Wilma Smith. Okay, folks, so let's take this break. When we get back, I fill you in directly on the news and details from the Daily Observer newspaper. Firstly, please don't forget to make use of our comment section. This is where we interact with our viewers. This is where we notify our viewers. This is where we understand where our follower lies. So thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Recrean Courage Pride, and I will take this break and I'll be right back shortly with the information relating to our country Liberia here on Focal Online TV. Stay with me as I present to you this information from the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. Don't forget, I love you and happy Wednesday to you all. in and out of Liberia.
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, Gilly Nontopa. My name is Greg Courage Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about? Hello there, my name is K.
Welcome back to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media, here with your presenter, Greg Karishma. So, of course, this morning we have the Daily Observer newspaper here in studio, and we commence our news reading from that. So, President Weah issued ban on export of unprocessed natural rubber. News says President George Weah has issued Executive Order number 124 banning the exportation of unprocessed natural rubber. The executive order issued by President George Weah mentioned that the rubber sector of Liberia has been greatly affected by abuse, misuse, and theft over the period. Therefore, in order to curb the situation, the government believes that the further strategy is necessary so that proper policies can be developed and an appropriate institutional and regulatory framework can be established to curb retrogression, sustain the development of the industry, and stimulate growth. The policy was signed by President George Weah in November 2023. From the date of this executive order, there shall be no exportation of unprocessed natural rubber from Liberia until otherwise advised. The executive order declared unprocessed natural rubber shall be defined as the raw material tapped from rubber trees, not from having gone through any process to change its physical or chemical composition, or natural latex, cogalon, coblon, tree lace, bark scrap, ground scrap, and any other form of unprocessed or processed natural rubber, including concentrated latex and dry rubber produced or derived from the latex produced by rubber trees. The order said that the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, the Ministry of Finance, or any other government agency shall not issue or authorize the insurance of any export permit for unprocessed natural rubber from Liberia. That within 30 days of the issuance of this executive order, the Ministry of Commerce and the Industry, in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture, shall make a special effort to provide access to domestic markets for Liberian rubber farmers in remote areas who rely primarily on cross-border trade in unprocessed natural rubber, it read. It further mentioned that all customs officers and law enforcement authorities at points of entry and exit to informed the Republic of Liberia whether by land, sea, or air shall stop and prohibit the exportation of all consignments of unprocessed natural rubber from the Republic of Liberia. In 2008, the government to remediate the decline in the rubber sector due to theft issue Executive Order number 16. But since that time, the situation facing the rubber sector has continued and the government has failed to take action. So this is from the Daily Observer newspaper. Another one says Supreme Court mandates NEC to conduct recounts of Bone County District Number 4 representative election. Supreme Court mandates National Election Commission to conduct recount of Bone County District Number 4 representative election. As representative candidate, Kwanyini Afrekamu of Bone County, District Number 4 expresses delight over his victory in the electoral dispute case against the National Election Commission of Liberia. An independent representative candidate, Kwanyini Kwe Afrekamu of Bone County, District Number 4 has expressed delight over his victory in the electoral dispute case against the National Election Commission of Liberia. Speaking to a cross section of citizens in Belemo town on November 12, 2023, in the district, Mr. Kamu said the highest court ruling addresses the reported irregularities in the counting of votes in the district and demonstrates a commitment to election integrity. Kamu also extended his appreciation to the electorates for their participation in the October 10, 2023 election. He, however, announced that within 7 days, a recount of votes would take place at Yowie Public School polling place 1, 2, and 3, as well as Balikwe polling place 1 and 2. Kwanukweni Kamu said the December 7, 2023 ruling by the Supreme Court of Liberia reaffirmed the importance of addressing the reported irregularities in votes, stealing and ensuring fair and transparent elections in Bonn and Liberia at large. Kamu also commended the judicial system for upholding these principles despite the reported unethical act demonstrated by the NEC workers at NEC Upper Bourne office in Banga. The independent candidate noted that the upcoming recount is crucial in ensuring accuracy and fairness in the electoral process, upholding the will of the people, and safeguarding that very legitimate vote is accounted for fairly. So we now move over to New Dawn newspaper. Male DNA found on Shala Musu's remains. Defense lawyers, pathologist Dr. Matthias I. Okoye has found male DNA in the middle left hand fingernail of deceased Shala Musu. The death of Shala Musu has led to her family members, including her mother and the Liberia former Chief Justice Councillor Gloria Musu's court to face prosecution. The trial comes after Central Monrovia Mayor and ruling coalition for democratic change (CDC) Secretary General Jefferson Koji denied ordering the brutal attack in which Shala was murdered. Liberia's former Truth and Reconciliation Commission (TRC) boss, Councillor Jerome Verder, has accused Koji of allegedly ordering Monrovia City Police Officer Fali Tile to carry out the attack. Both Koji and Tile have denied the allegation that they were responsible for the attack. They were responsible for the attack at Councillor Scott Broadway residence. Councillor Scott said she had reported to police authorities two incidents of attack at her home, but no action was taken before the third incident led to Shala's murder. However, Councillor Scott and three of her family members were instead indicted by Liberian prosecutors for Shala's murder. Councilor Scott and Gertrude Newton, Alice Johnson, and Rebecca Uder Wisner have pleaded not guilty to the indictment. Dr. Matthias R. Okoye of the Nebraska Institute of Forensic Sciences, Lincoln, USA, is a forensic pathologist, scientist pathologist, clinical pathologist, and an attorney. On the witness stand Tuesday, 12 December 2023, Dr. Oyoyi said the late Shalamutu died of blunt force trauma as a result of multiple stabbing wounds. He testified that the stabbings were caused by an instrument which is not a knife. The witness tested that the stabbing were caused done by a muscular male. He noted that none of the defendants who caused these wounds. Dr. Okoye detailed that there was a foreign DNA of a male found in the middle fingernail of the left hand of the victim. He said all DNA profiles from the victim exclude all the defendants in the case. Dr. Okoye is a member of the American Board of Medicine and has conducted over 20,000 autopsies in the USA and Africa, including 4 in Liberia in Jotopa. He is also a lawyer and has practiced and taught medicine for over 42 years. So this is for that. From the Newtown newspaper, Chia challenges U.S. sanction, vows to take advantage of U.S. legal system. A day after his designation by the U.S. State Department, along with 2 other top officials, Senate President pro tempore Albert Stuber Chia is fighting back, vowing to take advantage of U.S. legal system to remove their names and those of their targeted family members from visa restrictions. On Monday, December 11, 2023, the U.S. State Department designated Finance Minister Samuel Toure, Senator Albert T. Chi, and Emmanuel Nukwe, bringing to a total of 9 top officials who have been sanctioned so far in the Weah-led regime. But speaking here Tuesday, 12 December, in the chambers of the Liberian Senate, Senator Chia, in a battle tone, dismissed allegations leveled against him and his 2 colleagues as false and misleading, untrue, and unfounded. Since my stewardship as administrative head of the Senate, never have taken a dime from any source and offered it to any of my colleagues in any of the legislative chambers or to any of our staff to manipulate legislature process, he urges. On December 11, 2023, the United States Department of State designated 30 prominent former and current government officials from developing countries for U.S. visa restriction under its Regulation 7031C. In Liberia, these U.S. visa restrictions were imposed on me and 2 of my government colleagues, Senator James Emmanuel Nukwe of Margibi County and Vice Minister Samuel Ditwe, to make it explicit according to my understanding, on the allegation that was solicited money or other instrument of value from the public and private sector and offered them to senators or representatives to pass laws and other legislative instruments. So this is from the front page Africa. The United States or the UN, the USA Embassy in Monrovia, Catching Rogers, said all sanctioned officials and their families will be banned for life from entering the United States. So bad. Last week on Friday, December 8th, and Monday, December 11th, the U.S. government sanctioned several Liberian officials, including Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Kochi, Finance Minister and Development Planning Minister Samuel Toure, Senate pro tempore Albert Chia, and Senator Emmanuel Nukwe, along with their spouses and minor children, using the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act and authorities under Section 7031C for visa restriction. In her media roundtable, Charge Affairs Rodriguez said calling out corruption and human rights abuse is a Biden administration foreign policy priority that is advanced globally and in these most recent cases. The destination were the result of the official individual actions, not those of the political party or the country itself. For those individuals who have been sanctioned by the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control under global monarchy, they and their family members will no longer be able to utilize the U.S. banking system, and they and their families will have a lifetime ban on visiting the United States, she said. For those sanctioned by the U.S. Department of State under Section 7031C, they and their families will have a long life ban from entering the United States. Provides that in cases where the Secretary of State has credibly information that foreign officials have been involved in significant corruption or a gross violation of human rights, those individuals and their immediate family members are ineligible for entry in the United States. This is so bad, but again, justice must be served in our country. If you do something wrong, you will surely bear the penalty for it. And thanks to the U.S. Embassy for this action taken on government official. There should be a sign to all of you coming in power sooner in January that if you are not mindful, these same things will be levied onto you as well. So folks, let's take this break. When we get back, we commence with we will close with the Hot Pepper newspaper. Thanks for joining us. Those of you who join us, my last one, Sandro. I'm watching from Battery Factory Community. Thanks for watching on this Wednesday. It's my prayer that you stick and stay with Focal Online TV. Follow Focal Online TV, share our live stream. This is where we bring to you information of quality broadcasting, information of innovation to broadcasting. So please stay with us. I love you, and I'll be right back shortly with a summary of our news, concluding from the Hot Pepper newspaper. Thanks to you. I love you, and I'll be right back.
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, Lyndon Topa. My name is Greg Courage Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Topo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like with no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on the show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV. Bringing you face to face with newsmakers in time.
know about you, but I'm always feeling good when it comes to conversation relating to women. So every Wednesday, we air out our women conversation on the Focal Women Talk. And of course, I am your presenter and your host, Craig Finan Courage Pa. I love to be called Courage. I'm encouraging you to please join this platform on Focal Online TV, where we discuss issues concerning women. We talk about health issues, we talk about career issues, we talk about those challenging things we face in our daily lives as women. Please do not be deterred because you are not a woman at a particular age. Be reminded you can be a girl, you can be a teenager, you can be a woman, and you can still join this conversation. Please join me every Wednesday at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. where I drill you through with an interesting conversation relating to us women. So please stay with me on Focal Online TV, where we bring you innovation to broadcasting. Thanks for watching. I am your host, Craig Finan Pa, saying have a blessed day.
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Craig Finan Courage Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page. I don't know about you, but I'm always feeling good when it comes to conversation relating to women. So every Wednesday, we air out our women conversation on the Focal Women Talk. And of course, I am your presenter and your host, Craig Finan Courage Pa. I love to be called Courage. I'm encouraging you to please join this platform on Focal Online TV, where we discuss issues concerning women. We talk about health issues, we talk about career issues, we talk about those challenging things we face in our daily lives as women. Please do not be deterred because you are not a woman at a particular age. Be reminded you can be a girl, you can be a teenager, you can be a woman, and you can still join this conversation. Please join me every Wednesday at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. where I drill you through with an interesting conversation relating to us women. So please stay with me on Focal Online TV, where we bring you innovation to broadcasting. Thanks for watching. I am your host.
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Toba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world life.
Hello, K. Lyndon Toba. My name is Craig Finan Courage Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program?
Media. Don't forget, Focal Online TV is located within the Togo Village community along the GPN Freeway. We encourage you to as well. So kindly make use of our office space. If you have a business need that you'd love to share with us, we are open from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we encourage you to come here. Let's talk about business. Let's do business in terms of advertisement, and let's do something for you. Let's serve you. This is what Focal Online TV does. Focal Online TV brings innovation to broadcasting. So if you are asking us, what do we bring to the table as a media institution, I tell you we bring innovation to broadcasting. So of course, folks, let's resume with the hot pepper newspaper. Wungosu condemns mob violence, calls for speedy trial in their case. Of course, Wungosu is an NGO, a women NGO in Liberia. So they are speaking on the issue of mob violence as it relates to one of one of our stars here in Liberia, who happens to be Chibu Brown. Her mother got involved in a tragic incident that occurred in Raleigh market. And it's our prayer that she can recover from there, because it's not an easy thing. She was really butchered. Like, so let's continue to pray along with her. Let's be a loving people to tribute. Let's send out good messages to her to build her strength up as well. So the Women NGO Secretariat of Liberia Wungosu has expressed concerns over an upward trend in mob violence over the past month. Of recent, there have been several reported cases of mob violence, which has resulted in the case of lives, while many others sustained serious injuries requiring hospitalization, which is a human rights violation of those involved. According to the executive director of Ngosu, Esther Davis Yanko, these incidents are particularly disturbing as these actions have been the tendency to turn those involved against individuals or security forces who attempt to intervene. Yanko stated, while we regret all our while we regret all other incidents of more violence reported and sympathize with the victims and their families, our concern is due to the case of the lady who was beaten on November 13, 2023 in Painesville Light Community, Montserrat County. This act is condemnable, and no one should go through this act of violence. We are following closely to ensure that she gets justice, she asserted. The Wungosu boss made a statement Tuesday in Monrovia. According to her, lately, mob violence has been or has become a frequent occurrence as alleged criminals are lynched, sometimes to death, by angry mobs, including bystanders who simply have no clue about the issue in the divergence or the person involved. All that is required to instigate more violence is to simply shout wolf in a crowded area and to point out somebody. Before the victim realizes what is happening, a huge crowd descends on him or her, and the consequence is instant death or severe aggravated bodily injury, she explained. Yanko said there have been instances where the criminals are smart enough to throw the chase away from themselves and direct a mob to an unsuspecting innocent bystander. An innocent person suffered because of the emotional reaction of the public who could not wait for the police to act, which is the case with our recent victims, which is condemnable and needs to be stopped, she pointed out. According to her, Liberia law classifies violence by mob as a crime and states that any person accused of committing a crime is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a competent court that exercises appropriate jurisdiction on such matters in person, and that an accused person is entitled to bail as a constitutional right unless in capital offenses or if the offense committed is non-bailable. Therefore, people must understand that and be patient to allow the system of jurisprudence to play itself out. Also, we called on the Liberian government to intervene speedily and ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book so that the victim can get the justice she deserves, Ungosu stated. She maintained all Liberians should condemn this incident and all other incidents of more violence and get involved in stopping these grave crimes that have affected our society because this has the propensity to hinder and create an unsafe environment that incapacitates women and girls. We believe that the increase in mob violence is a result of the public lack of trust or confidence in the police and the judicial system, she noted. Yanko underscored that it is criminal to engage in any illegal act of justice or to launch a person. This is a call to action for the incoming government to ensure that the system is fixed so that the citizens can start to trust and have confidence in the judiciary and the government, she continued. So this issue is interesting that we talk about it. And just so you know that the Liberian law classifies violence by mob as a crime. So therefore, it states that any person accused of committing a crime is presumed innocent, is presumed innocent, and until it is proven guilty or until they are proven guilty. So these are things we ought to know in our country, Liberia. Who prove this person is innocent or not is the judiciary or is from the jurisdiction of the court. So when a person is caught in an act, a person is being accused of stealing, you take them to the police station, the police do a further investigation, and if that case needs to be transferable to the court, they tell you to go to the court, and then the court rule. And so in some instances, these things are bearable. In some instances, these things are non-bearable. So we have to know that. Let us all come to a point of realization. All of us have had our side of the story where people stole from us before. All of us have had our side of the story where we were robbed before. They told us if we don't get this, they will choke us. Yes, you know that. But in so doing, we cannot take the law into our hands. Yes. We cannot take the law into our hand. Let us remember the Liberia law classifies violence by mob as a crime. So all of you who are involved in the acts of violence, whether you slapping, whether you just still get a recorder, whether you just did this, you just did that, any act of violence as it relates to mob crime in Liberia is prohibited. So we should do away with it. Any act of violence as it relates to mob violence in Liberia is a crime. So therefore, a crime comes along with a penalty. Sometimes he goes to jail for a lifetime. Sometimes it is bearable. In other cases, it is non-bearable. So we all need to stop this. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. It could be someone so close to you. So let's get a gist of this story. Lastly, CSNL uncovers Waterspoon influence in the witch hunt of Wilma Smith. The Civil Society Network of Liberia (CSNL) says it welcomes the bill of Ingram's fight at the Criminal Court A against the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission bill of indictment for Wilma Smith. The CSNL said it believes that the fight against corruption should not be targeted at individuals based on their political, travel, and religious affiliation. The grand jury of Criminal Court A has returned to a bill of indictments to the LACC because the court is not convinced that the LACC presented any evidence to warrant an indictment against Wilma Smith, former Deputy Director General of Communication and Coordination at the Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Service, LAGIS. The Civil Society Network of Liberia said it strongly believes that the LACC's desire to indict Wilma Smith is a political gimmick, allegedly sponsored by U.S. convicted criminal Stanton Waterspoon with the intent to neutralize Smith's case against him in his Spoon TV currently before the Civil Law Court for Montserrat County. On November 27, 2023, Civil Law Court Judge His Honor Councilor Kennedy Peabody granted a bill of information filed by lawyers of Wilma Smith on the fraudulent nature of the indemnity and surety bond filed by Stanton Waterspoon and Spoon TV in the action of damages for slander and libel case before the court. The court's ruling against Waterspoon has pushed him to use his proximity to President-elect Joseph Barker in influencing the LACC to prosecute Mr. Smith in a case that has no evidence. It is dangerous that commissioners of the LACC seem to be acting in the direction as a way of protecting their jobs. The commissioner of the LACC needed to understand that the action of damages for slander and libel case between Wilma Smith and Mr. Stanton Waterspoon is a civil matter before the Civil Law Court of Montserrat County. Therefore, the LACC should not be used as an instrument of reprisal by Mr. Waterspoon against Mr. Wilma Smith, the CSNL said in a press release. This is how we wrap things up today, folks. Thanks for joining us. Of course, I'll be back later on with Focal Meter. Today, we're going to be starting the basics with contraceptive and we're going to be talking about contraception. So, you're going to know the difference between contraceptive and contraception. You're going to know all of the different methods about it as well. Hopefully, I should have a guest in studio. If not, I'm going to run this show, Focal Women Talk, and it starts at 1 p.m. So please stick and stay with me. Stick and stay with me as I bring to you all of these interesting platforms here on Focal Online TV. Don't forget, my name is Finance for Focal Online TV, which is to inform you all a happy New Year and a Merry Christmas to you. So we say Merry Christmas to all of our viewers, Merry Christmas to Liberians out there, and a prosperous New Year. It's our fervent prayer that this Christmas brings you good tidings. Bye bye, I love you. Happy pre-ladies night to all of the ladies out there, and I'll be back at 1 p.m. with the football.